Alright. So, I'm sure all of you saw this crash. Where I was showing off for some friends and it went wrong. And basically what happened to that is I'm not really sure. So I can smell that at least two of these motors are bad. These two here are pretty much torched. It actually got so hot, melting into the ground with the motors still running during that crash, that this motor here was steaming, as in the water was steaming off it. Look, you can see how burnt up that motor is. It won't even spin. I mean, that one's not as bad. There, see, that one's nice and loose, nice and loose. So I wouldn't bet that these are two motors that are okay. But I haven't really liked these motors very much. I've had to replace them once before because they're just kind of cheap and crappy. So I went and spent a little bit of money, and I got myself some better motors. These are Axis Flying. Come on. 23. Oh, come on, open up. Show me the goodies, baby. Come on. These are 2306.5 1960 kV motors. These are, I believe, actually a step. Yeah, these are a step up from what I'm currently using, which are 2306. Or no, these are 2207s, I think. Yeah. Yeah, these are 2207.5s, 1900 kVs, and these are 2306.5s, 1960 kV. So they're going to have more kV and more power, more torque, more of that good stuff, you know what I'm saying? I can already tell that these are much nicer, much higher quality motors than what I'm currently running. Even when these are brand new, I mean, they're not that good, even when they're brand new. But we're going to be throwing a set of these on today and fixing this thing up, and I'm also, in addition to that, I'm going to be throwing on a new receiver, or a new receiver actually. I'm getting rid of my RP3, where I have to run dual antennas down the side, and as you can see, one is actually broken. One is broken, so I've just been running it with a single one, and if you notice in that video, I did get an RX loss. I'm thinking maybe that had to do with getting water into my actual receiver. I'm not 100% sure yet, but you know, hopefully nothing major. But yeah, alright, we will get into this. I'll start tearing this down, and yeah, let's go. Alright, so now that we have it very sloppily taken apart here, I'm going to do just a visual inspection of the board here. Because of the way that it gave out, that it burnt out, or that I should say it dropped out of the sky, it was heading, so let's say it was heading in this direction, and this back corner was the first to go because of the rotation. I'm either thinking about that wrong or I have it right in my head, whatever. But when I was looking in the goggles, I was looking straight ahead, right? And then I noticed that it started to go... Did it go this way or did it go this way? No, yeah, this one was the first one to go, I believe. But anyway, just to go with that, I'm just doing a visual inspection of the board here to make sure that everything is okay. You know, that none of my frets are burned or anything like that. Nothing that controls the actual power output on my ESC board is fried, all that good stuff. So, and I can do that too. Once I take the solder off of all these connections here, I can actually flip it over and I'll be able to go into it deeper and check and see it to make sure that it is actually properly connected everywhere it needs to be. Alright. So, while we're waiting for that to heat up, I do have a couple of little teasers I can show you. This and this. I'm not going to show you too much about these, but this is a teaser to a new video that's coming out at some point. I know that you guys will enjoy it. It'll be something extremely new for me. It's kind of a partway build, but you know, nothing super crazy. But I know you guys will enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy it a ton. It'll be lots of fun. And then, in addition to that, I'd like to take a moment to talk about the channel. So, this is being posted after the new year. I've enjoyed every moment of making videos for you guys, and I really do hope you enjoyed watching my videos, and because I really enjoyed making them all for you. But I'm going to continue to make videos all the way through next year and hopefully beyond. And I'll continue to try and make good videos for all of you, and hopefully be expanding and being able to do more things. I'm close to 200 subscribers now, and that's a huge milestone for me. You know, thank you all so much for watching my videos, and I really hope you guys do enjoy what I make. And if you have any suggestions or any way I can make it better for you, or anything you think will make my YouTube career better, please feel free to leave a comment below and let me know what you think the best course of action is for not only my viewers, but for me in the future. But thank you. Alright, get all these wires off. Get them off real quick. Alright. Flux, flux, flux. Flux it up. Just keep literally just dabbing all over the place. You never have too much flux. I don't know if you know that or not, but you never have too much. That's not true, actually. You can cause some issues with your flux if you use too much of it, but that's whatever. That's a conversation for a different day. There we go. Just give me one. There goes that one. There goes that one. Alright, spin this baby around. Bring it around town. Alright, this one here. Heat. Melt it. One off. There we go. Alright, I'm sure the camera work there was fantastic. I'm sure you guys could see absolutely nothing I was doing. Alright, we're going to let our soldering iron cool off there, because we're going to have a little bit of tool work to do here. We're going to have to get our motors off now. I'm going to leave the props on because, to be honest, I don't really care about these props. They're kind of junky. Well, they are and they aren't. They're nice props. I just don't like them. They're not my preferred. So I've kind of been waiting to not use them anymore. So now that I've burned all of them out and I've used every single one I have in my possession, I'm going to just throw them away with these motors. So good stuff, right? Alright, let's get started on these motors. Let's get these broken down. Just screwing around, you know what I'm saying? Little break in the montage. Whenever I'm working on my drones, I always just kind of reminisce about the abuse that these things have taken from me. You know, I mean, being a new pilot, I am definitely not treating these things like I should. I'm not keeping them cherry by any means, you know. Really, no FPV pilot is really treating their drones, you know, no one's really babying them, but trying things and being, like, I feel like mine get more abuse just because of, I'm not, you know, I'm not to that level yet where I can, like, save things so well, you know, like a lot of pilots can. Like, their reaction speeds are just better. They know how to correct, which way they're supposed to correct in order to get, you know, make things better. But I don't know. I'm babbling. Back to me struggling. Just like that. All 4 motors are loose and floppy and ready to be ripped off this flipping thing. I'm gonna go grab a knife. I'll be right back. Alright, there's 1, 2. Get that. Keep that new motor nice and safe. There we go. 3. Get out of here. Alright. She looks kind of naked, doesn't she? It's kind of lonely. Needs a companion. Needs a friend to cry in his arms and yeah. Alright, then we're gonna work on this. This thing here, I don't know if you'd see this or not, but I have literally antenna ran underneath my ESC. So I'm gonna pull the ESC up real quick. Get this stupid thing out of here. Now it's time to go out with the old and in with new. So, like that. Put this back down. And we're going to take those solder connections off. And I'm probably going to just throw this thing away because I'm betting it got so soaked that it's not going to work anymore. But then again, I don't know. Who knows? It might work. Who knows? It might work. There's supposed to be 2 antennas on there. There's only 1, and then there's the end of another. And this antenna is abused. I mean, there's a big crack right there. So maybe it shorted out to the carbon and caused a intermittent outage, which then caused a whole number of issues. You know, who knows? I don't know. I don't really care. I'm just getting rid of it. That's my solution. So this thing's gone. This thing's garbage now. I'm getting rid of this thing. Not really gonna even try and keep this. I've had this for a while. It's served me right. It's done a good job. But yeah, I don't really want to keep it anymore. So we're gonna put this off to the side. We're gonna table this off to the side for a bit. I'm gonna grab out my new receiver, which I'm gonna show you guys. I'm very excited about this. If I can ever open the package. Come on! Aha! So, this is made by Happy Model. This is one that they use. It looks like I need wires for it. This is called an EP2 RX. So, the way that this works, a little piece of clear heat shrink there. I'm going to keep that off the side. I don't want to lose that. There it is. That's it. That's it. See how small that is? How light that is? I mean, that's so small that you could run that on a Mobula 7 if you wanted to. Which, I have a Mobula 7 right here that the SPI on it burnt out. And I put a brand new EP2 antenna on it. And it works great. Dunzo. I just made sure to have really small wires there. But yeah, so there we go. That's it. But that's the whole shebang. That's what you've been waiting for. Oh yeah, baby, that's what I've been waiting for. Alright, so I'm going to literally just take these wires off of this. These are mine now. Nice and short, because they don't need to go very far. And I honestly want to just, real quick, take these wires over here, take this over there, set that down nice and safe. And I want to look at my board here. Because if I could, preferably, I would like my antenna to sit at the back. But you're not supposed to have them next to the, what's it called? The VTX, because then they interfere. Huh. Yeah, I think I'm going to just leave it at the front. I'm going to keep it at the front. That's probably the best idea. I'm going to just leave it at the front. But, as you can see on this little guy here, this teeny tiny little thing here, where they give you no directions, nothing at all. I'm so upset. No directions. You have your standard connections of 5 volt, TX, RX, and ground. And yeah. which I totally had made that up looking at this because there's nothing on here to even show you which one's which. Whereas the RP3 antenna made by Radiomaster, which is larger, I don't even know where it went. Just threw it somewhere. Let's see here. Oh, here it is. The RP3 antenna made by Radiomaster, obviously it's covered in a clear heat shrink right now, so you can't see it. I will open it up so everybody can. Come on. Come on. The RP3, which is a much larger and has external antennas, you'd use this for, like, you know, if you're doing long range, you'd use this, which is why I had it, because I have range anxiety for sure with, like, I want to make sure that I'm always getting good signal, good penetration, all that good stuff. But now I'm going to just wing it and send that, you know. But this is much larger, and this actually has, you know, your RT, 5 volt, and ground. I'm going to assume that that's honestly the same pattern, but I will go onto their website, on the Happy Models website, look up the EP2RX, and then I will look and make sure that I have the proper pinout. But yeah, I'll probably just cut to me soldering some wires. So I went and looked it up, and it looks like if you have your antenna like this, if you have it like this, this is your ground on the left, in the middle, or sorry, second is going to be voltage, TX, and then RX. So we are going to just solder that up real quick. I'm going to get a little bit of solder on my pads here. Make sure that I've got this thing fluxed up. Oh, what? Nice and clean. Boom, boom, boom. Pow. Oh, get a little bit more there. Pow, just like that. Nice and pillowed pads. I'm sure you can't see that because my camera work is horrible. So, like I said, ground, voltage, TX, RX. Done. We're going to put that off to the side there, keep it nice and safe. And we're going to grab our quad back and start prepping this thing for some motors. One of the things I got to do is I got to unbox all of these. So I'll just cut to that when they're all done. And just like that, they are all open and ready to rip. So boom, 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 boom. There, they're installed. Just like that. So, looking at these motors, I mean, compared to these ones, I mean, the differences really are blaring on how just higher quality these motors are. These have way more magnets, way more poles, a thinner bell, thinner magnets. I mean, which that could mean that they are lower quality, but in this case, looking at reviews for these, and also having a drone that already has them on it, these are very nice motors. I do like these motors a lot. So, let's get these installed. What do you say, huh? Alright. One is on. Let's go ahead and get the 3 others on. It's finished. So, now, we just gotta pop this back off. I know I've done that 20 times by now. Pop that back off. And we need to start making our connections to the board while trimming our wires to length. So, to do that, I usually like to have my wires curl. That's a bad one to show you on. Do it on this side. Boop, pop, beep, pop. Zips up. I'm a robot. So, I usually like to have my wires curl down like this. Gosh, this is a mess. Good quality camera work. Have my wires curl down like this, and then my first wire goes to the first terminal, second wire to the second terminal, third wire to the third terminal, vice versa, right? So my wires will sit nice and flat then on the arm then, right? And then I'll be able to just make my curled connections nice and easy. That's just the way that works for me. It's the way that's easiest for me. I think it looks the best. Yeah, I don't know. So I just like it. One of the things I do too is I like to tape my my wires to the arm before I even start cutting and soldering. It just makes it so there's less for me to deal with, less hassle, less screwing around, you know, less of that stuff. So I'll just get all 4 of these taped up, and I'll see you when I'm ready to start soldering. Alright, well, it's all taped up. Doesn't that look terrible? No, but seriously, it doesn't have to look good. I mean, they end up getting torn off a bunch of times anyway, but that doesn't sound too good. Huh. It sounds fine now. All these sound... Man, all of these sound good. I'm really excited to fly with this drone now. I mean, this thing is... Alright, well, the motors are all soldered up. They're all connected. They're all ready to rip. Now, I'm going to install this perfectly average, I'd even say above average sized antenna and transmitter, or sorry, and receiver. Antenna and receiver. Yeah, let's get right to that. Alright, well there we go. It is all hooked up. I'm just going to go ahead and throw this into beta flight, make sure the motors are all spinning the right way, conformal coat the rest of this, and then I will be able to fly it again. There it is, that's a repair. That's the whole thing. Not much to it really, yeah? Thanks for watching, guys.